PodcastHero.com.
Reporting from my secret underground lair, here are the latest great news stories from greatnewspodcast.com. Brought to you by The Daily Quote, the podcast designed to kickstart your day in a positive way. Are you tired of all the doom and gloom news from mainstream media? You'll find none of that here. Instead, you'll find inspiring stories and developments making the world a better place. I'm Andrew McGivern, and this is the Great News Podcast. Today we are exploring breakthroughs in de-extinction, fireproof energy, and medical regeneration. What if we could hatch an extinct 12-foot bird from a 3D printed egg? That's our lead story today. Plus, we have a battery that can't catch fire, a way to regrow human joint cartilage, and a lightning bolt method to create liquid fuel. Let's dive in. Our lead story today is a massive step forward for De-Extinction, a biotech company called Colossal Biosciences, the one bringing back the woolly mammoth, has successfully hatched 26 live chicks using an artificial environment. These chicks were born from a 3D printed lattice structure designed to mimic a natural eggshell, including a membrane that allows for oxygen exchange. While currently using chicken embryos, the ultimate goal is to scale this technology to resurrect the South Island giant moa, an extinct 12-foot bird from New Zealand. Because a moa egg is 80 times the size of a chicken egg, no modern bird could safely lay one, making these artificial shells a necessary gateway for bringing the species back. It's a project that sounds like science fiction, until, as the company's CEO says, it isn't. But you might be thinking, is this good news? Should we be messing with nature like this? And that's a good question. Colossal Biosciences isn't trying to build Jurassic Park, but to restore ecosystems by bringing back keystone species, and also to use their technology to help currently endangered species survive. So I think there's some good news here. If you like the Great News Podcast, you'll love the Great Newsletter, because the Great News Podcast is great, but the Great Newsletter is greater. You can find the link in the show notes. Next, we look at a breakthrough in safety in our electrified future. Researchers from the Chinese Academy of Sciences have developed a fireproof sodium-ion battery that features an internal smart firewall. Traditional lithium-ion batteries can suffer from thermal runaway, a chain reaction where temperatures skyrocket and lead to explosions. This new design uses a liquid electrolyte that solidifies into a physical barrier when internal heat exceeds 150 degrees Celsius, or 302 degrees Fahrenheit, effectively cutting off the reaction before a fire can start. In tests, these cells maintained their integrity even during nail penetration and external heating up to 300 degrees Celsius. Moving from energy to medicine, scientists at Stanford have discovered a way to regrow articular cartilage in joints. Cartilage has almost zero regenerative potential in adults, leading to chronic pain and arthritis for millions. The team found that they could trigger the body's own skeletal stem cells by creating a slight injury similar to a microfracture, and then using specific chemical signals to steer those cells. Instead of letting the cells heal into stiff scar tissue, researchers used molecules to stop the healing process at the cartilage stage, creating new tissue with the same bounce and elasticity as the original. And finally, chemists at Northwestern University found a way to turn natural gas into liquid methanol in a single step. Current industrial methods require extreme heat and pressure, emitting millions of tons of CO2 annually. This new process uses pulses of high-voltage electricity to create tiny lightning bolts of plasma inside a reactor. These electrical bursts break methane's bonds at low temperatures, allowing it to recombine into methanol, a versatile chemical used in everything from plastics to cleaner-burning fuels for ships. All right, let's jump into the speed round for even more great news. Scientists have found that alkaline wastewater from steel and cement production can safely bind CO2 as bicarbonate, potentially removing 30 million tons of greenhouse gas every year. LifeStraw has released its lightest filter ever, the Sip Essential, which weighs less than 1 ounce, and it can filter up to 1,000 liters of water. Researchers created flexible printed artificial neurons that can generate electrical spikes identical to biological ones, successfully activating real brain cells in lab tests. A new photothermal skin made of coated fabric panels can be attached to exterior walls of homes and other buildings, absorbing sunlight to raise indoor temperatures and potentially cutting heating bills by 15%. Basically, these are sweaters for houses. Solar power after dark? By stripping balsa wood down to its cellular scaffolding and filling it with a phase change material, scientists created a heat-absorbing sponge that can drive a generator even after the sun goes down. A new technique uses molten salts to break down common plastic waste into high-grade gasoline and diesel at relatively low temperatures, making recycling much less energy-intensive. And in Switzerland, a billion-dollar project is excavating a deep pit that's big enough to house a 2.1 gigawatt redox flow battery, capable of powering 210,000 households for an entire day. And my favorite quote of the day from the Daily Quote podcast this week is from Margaret Tyson, who once said, "People don't care how much you know until you show them how much you care." You can get an inspiring quote delivered to your podcast app every single day by following the Daily Quote on your favorite podcast app. Wherever you get your podcast, it's there, but there's also a link right here in the show notes, just to make it easy. That's it for this episode of Great News. From resurrecting ancient birds to building smarter, safer infrastructure, these breakthroughs show that we are solving problems that we once thought were impossible. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe and share it with someone who needs a little boost of positivity today. And until next time, and there will be a next time, keep looking for the good in the world, because it's not only there, it's everywhere.